Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to another episode of Love, Inspire and Grow with the Deceased family.
So guys, welcome back to this channel, and we are so glad that you're part of us. And for our new subscribers, those who are new in this channel,
Karibuni sana.
Yeah, feel at home.
Yes.
Karibuni sana. So I'm Jacob
and I'm Esther,
and together we make the
Deceased family.
Yeah, we have another member of this family who is not with us right now. He is asleep.
Yes.
But
you see him.
Yeah.
If you watch other videos, he's there.
Sure.
The cute one there. You see him. Yeah, they are two cute people. This one and him. So it's the other one, the young one. Anyway.
So welcome. Today we are continuing the Power of Hope series.
Yeah.
And we are going to enter into a part 2 of our pregnancy
and birth story.
Guys, I would like us to have a short recap on our part 1.
Yeah, we hope they have watched part 1.
We hope you have watched part 1.
Because it will be more relevant. You are going even to enjoy it, the whole story, or even you are going to get why it's called A Story of Hope.
Yeah.
It's in the Power of Hope series. If you watch part 1, you connect to the part 2 and other parts that will come.
Yeah.
You are going to understand the whole thing.
Yeah, it is a story that is connected.
Yeah. So
if you miss one part, we are hoping that you're not going to float in the next.
We just hope.
Yeah.
You're not good. It's our desire you don't float, but
sure,
just watch all the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in our last story, part 1, we stopped at the point where we had an accident. And this accident occurred at 30 weeks.
At 30 weeks of our pregnancy.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know, but most of the time the pregnancy journey ends at 40 weeks.
It's 40, I'm 42. The people go up to 42 weeks, but 42. It's supposed, I guess, to be 40.
At 40?
Yeah.
But why do we usually talk about 9 months? 40 weeks is not
I don't know.
9 months.
We found it that way. It's that way. How do you think, guys? It's not 36 weeks, it's 40 weeks.
So when you're talking about 40 weeks, those are?
They're 10. More than 9 months. In fact, they are 10
months. So should we say human beings go for their gestation baby?
I know, don't say that because of getting pregnant next time. Let it be just 9 months.
Okay, guys.
I guess because of the half we have. I don't know. Anyway, it's not up to us. We found it that way, so
we go with that.
Let's just continue. So it's 9 months.
So we are talking about now 10 weeks shy if we are going to go to the 40 weeks.
Yes.
So we were at 10 weeks 2.
Yeah, to complete the whole journey. Yes.
And so we now have an accident. And we said that it happened along Thika Road when you are coming back at home, and it was around 7:30.
Specifically PM. Around Juja.
Yeah. 7:30 p.m. And so what actually happened after the accident? We all went into that panic mode. We were 5 of us.
Yeah.
In the car.
The 2 of us and his cousins.
3 of my cousins.
Yeah.
And a small nephew.
Oh yes.
He was there peeping.
5 years old.
Yeah.
I remember.
And so we didn't even care much about how the car was damaged.
Imagine.
Because first of all, we knew that we were carrying another baby in her womb.
Oh, precious.
And now we have this accident. So my 3 cousins, we were all speechless.
They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, she's here, she's crying.
Yeah.
We are all panicking. What happened? Yeah, she's in shock, she's in pain.
And in fact, if the other guys who hit us from behind, if they wanted to run away, they could have run.
They could. Yeah, because we were not even
interested of first knowing. Yeah. Yes, we stepped out and saw them, but everyone was concerned about me.
Yeah.
What was happening to me? Why was I even crying? Was I in pain? Was I shocked? They didn't know what to say.
So, we were trying to comfort. Personally, I tried. Okay, I was not even able to comfort her.
You're just telling me it's going to be okay.
And
What?
I'm even lost of what to do. So I try to comfort her and tell her she's okay, she'll be okay, and everything is okay.
You know, baby is fine. You don't have to worry. I remember you touched my stomach and you're like, don't worry, he's fine. And all of a sudden you talked of peace.
Yeah.
You felt massive peace from within. And that time you told me nothing is going to happen to our baby.
And then we said a short prayer.
Yeah. Yes, we prayed.
I
It was
did.
you.
Yeah. Because you are not in position to pray.
I couldn't pray at that time.
Then after praying, I left her with one of the cousins. And went out to call now the gynae so that he can advise what we should do next. And that's when he suggested of a certain hospital that was nearby.
Yeah, it was not far away.
It was not far away.
Yeah.
And he advised what we should go and do there. And now, this is the catch that we had. We have somebody to rush to the hospital, and we have a car that is damaged, that it is okay, not at the center of the highway, but at the inner lane of the highway. So we can't leave the car, and we need to take you to the hospital. So we had to organize ourselves. To
know who will take me to the hospital,
who
will remain there, and even the guys who hate us from behind were so supportive. At that moment, they were just saying, take her to the hospital, we are going to talk later, something like of the sort. I could hear the way they were even there discussing things. And I was like, if these guys know how I'm feeling right now and what they have done. But again, there's nothing I could do at that moment. All I was concerned about was my pregnancy. I wish at that moment I can feel my baby kick. But imagine he wasn't.
I guess he was also in shock.
Yeah, he was also in shock.
We looked for an Uber. Luckily, we got one that was
mind
just
you,
alone.
Sorry to cut you short. At this point, you tried to tell those guys who are passing by to help us.
But none of them.
Kenyans, some cases are serious. Imagine none of those guys at the highway stopped to assist us.
None of them.
Even I was there, I was standing outside. At first I was inside the car. Then when I saw these guys are not even helping us, I thought when they saw a pregnant woman and the accident site, they are going to stop. And imagine nobody stopped.
None of them stopped.
Hey, Kenyans, we should change.
Some
the highway.
You have now, there are those agencies that we have to just pop in and do help.
Now we had to look for an Uber. There was no U-turn.
There was no U-turn. So luckily we got one.
We got one.
And she was rushed to the hospital. By then there was a couple who had come and took all our licenses, our insurances, and we were able to move the cars from the highway to the other side of the highway. We were to go to the police station and so whatsoever, but we did it. The cars were not told to the police station. And so when I was in the station, now recording what had happened, that's when I called you, and you are in the hospital.
At this time it is called, I don't remember the hospital.
I too don't remember the name
this
of the hospital.
Juja Jacaranda, I don't remember that hospital. Juja something. I don't remember. It's along the highway. So when I got there, the first thing, I was still crying. But along the way, the Uber guy was so supportive with your cousin. They were shocked, but at the same time, he was telling me, don't worry, you're going to be fine. Let's just take you to the hospital. So when we got to the hospital, they took me to the reception. And the lady was there asking, what happened? And then I gave her the whole story. And then she started asking, how are you feeling? Your tummy or something. Then the lady told me it's going to be fine. So they booked me in for an ultrasound. It's not CT scan, it's an ultrasound. And the guy who was supposed to do the ultrasound was not even there. He was somewhere else. So he was called in and came, and then they did the ultrasound, and the guy told me that the baby was fine. I should not worry. But I could feel like something was wrong in my tummy. because I was trying to touch my womb and I was asking, is my baby moving? Then he kept on insisting that the baby as well was in shock.
I guess you were in panic mode.
I was really panicking. I didn't know what to do. But again, I remember after some time, your dad called me when I was in hospital, and your dad promised me that nothing is going to happen to our child.
Yeah.
Imagine, he didn't know I was carrying a boy, because definitely the boy is named after him, according to our traditions. If you come from where he come from. So he called me and told me that everything is going to be okay. He was in much peace because he was called when we were, and when the incident happened.
Yeah.
I'm the one even who requested you to call him, because I know his dad. He's so calm, and then he's going just to give you that peace of mind that you're going to be fine. Nobody's good. I didn't want to give my dad the panic because I know him as well. It could have affected him in a big way, and not just him, even telling the other members of the family. They could have just gone and told him the whole thing, and I was afraid because of his health. Sorry. So at this time, your dad calls me and tells me it's going to be fine, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, it's going to be okay. So even getting to the ultrasound, though I was in panic mode and I felt like my baby was not moving, something was wrong with my tummy, and I was told that the baby is okay, I should not worry. I still left the room not believing, but again, I didn't have anything to do.
And you're at peace.
I was
because
at peace.
When we talked, when you came back from the hospital, where the car was told, I could hear your calmness. Not the way that you left, but after coming, you are calm. And so, the case ended well. Yeah, we sorted the case with the guys who had hit us, and they settled the bill. Yes.
They even paid for my hospital.
Yeah, they paid for everything.
Yeah.
And then that was the point where you acknowledge the process of God in your journeys. Because when we left early in the morning, because we had gone for a burial, we prayed.
Yes.
And when we are coming back, when you are coming back after the burial, the family members that we were with, they all wished us well, and we prayed.
And your dad prayed. Because we were with him.
Yeah.
And
so we had now that moment with God, because if there were any other type of guys who had hit us, that could have been a hit and run.
Yeah.
Or there was
but they didn't run away.
Somebody hits you and they don't own up their mistakes.
Yeah.
And then you end up paying for the damages, but they owned up their mistakes. They paid for the damages, even for the time lost.
They paid in cash. In fact.
Yeah,
they didn't even say that the insurance is going to pay.
No, they paid in cash.
They paid in cash. Paid for the time wasted, because I remember we stayed at that place up to almost 12 at night.
We left there at 12 at night.
At first, you guys were telling me to be taken home, but I was imagining, when should I leave you guys? And I was with you. I remember I stayed in the cold for that time. But I was just thanking God. Yeah. Then we came home. Yeah. All of us now. Nobody had to go home or anything. We just had to come and just stay.
Yeah, spend the night together.
We spent the night together.
Even the following day, no one went to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now, for my pregnancy, now that's why again we started a new journey.
Yeah.
Because initially we thought nothing was wrong. The scans were done. Yes, the baby was okay. When he came home, the baby did rest as well, and the following morning the baby was kicking fine. And now, you remember I was at bed rest.
Yeah.
From 6 weeks
up to 20 seconds.
Up to 22 weeks.
Yeah.
So for the 8 weeks I was okay. I could step out. Remember, for the 6 weeks up to 22 weeks, I was still supposed to be able to walk.
Yeah.
Not even moving down the stairs. I could just go, I don't know, even take 30 minutes. A place where I can just go with 1 minute, because I didn't want the movement because of the bleeding. So after now these incidents that happened, again things changed. I had to go back to my
bed rest.
I had to go back to the normal life that was between 6 and 22 weeks, bed rest. And this time I didn't have to joke around.
No, it was in that critical stage.
Yes, and it was very serious. I had to stay at home, not even to bed again. Hey, I couldn't imagine. Now if everybody who knew my situation was annoyed. When you start to travel, I don't know, nobody understands your situation. Yeah, usijaribu kwenda hata anywhere. Usijaribu hata kwenda kwa duka. And this time, because it was about my baby and my health and about us, I had to agree and say, I'm not going to move. Let me just stay in the house. And my mister here again goes back to the duties. Cooking in the morning at 5, coming back at home early, cleaning everything, because all I did was sleep. And by do that, sleep affects me up to date. I still love sleeping so much. Anyway.
But throughout now that stage, there's one thing that I came to acknowledge and appreciate, that there are those incidences that come and lighten you up, and about how you should handle your spouse. Because guys, we men have that weakness that we have our wives there, they can do everything in the house, you get everything is ready and you're comfortable. But now get into our shoes. The pitch that you are going to get, that's when you are going to acknowledge the work that they usually do. So let's support these women at those stages, because it's not easy. I came to learn.
It's not easy.
It's not something that is
It's not easy being a woman, honestly, in the house and doing everything from this corner to the other. If you don't have house helps, even if you have them, you have to do these things.
There are some instances that you are going to just chip in. That journey is not easy.
Yes, and now when coming back to a pregnancy story, let me tell you, at this time, I really believe that now God is the one who is controlling this whole thing. Because I've survived an accident. My baby is okay. I'm fine. All of us are fine. It's only that the car was damaged, but okay, we are fine. So at this moment, I remember God has the power to give and take as well. But at this time, Mungu amesema, I blessed you with this baby. Yes, he is not born, but he's still growing in your womb. I blessed you, so even though I not blessed you, nobody is going to take away your blessings. If not me, you see, because it's the one who has the power to give and take. And going back to bed rest at that weeks, I was just thinking, when will these 40 weeks end, and then we get to meet our baby? Because now you don't know what will happen next. When you start moving again, issues.
It is an issue.
But in between now, that weeks and to when our baby was delivered, maybe we didn't get to 40 weeks, but we tell you when. Now we had issues. Remember, sometimes we couldn't feel our baby moving. Go back and do scans.
We did other scans.
The gynae examines us and says the baby is okay.
Even the positioning of the baby.
It's okay. You don't have to worry. Continue resting. And let's wait for the D-Day. So we continued, and was it 32 or 34 weeks? We went to look for hospital.
It was at 34.
At 34 weeks. So at 34 weeks, now you can talk about that, because the whole process from the first hospital.
We went to look for, I guess there were 3 hospitals.
The ones that were recommended by the gynae. And the ones that we could afford, maybe. When I tried to do our calculations, because
the gynae used to tell us that the way the baby is positioned, you're going to go to
a normal
delivery. And so we are so hopeful, even when you're looking for a good hospital. We are considerate. We are not even thinking of a CS. And so we went to the first hospital. We were given the bill, and it was and then we went to the second one. It was a bit we could fit into the cost.
Into the cost.
And so we were so positive that if anything happens,
Even go to that hospital.
Yes, even rushing to that hospital, it won't take us long because it was close to where we live.
Yeah. Now, at this time, remember, I'm still in that bed rest situation. I'm not supposed to move a lot. At this time, guys, my back was really aching. Hey.
Yeah, you had back. Yeah.
I really had bad backaches. I didn't know what to do, but my back was really aching and sleeping on one position.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to sleep on my right side or sleep on my back. I had to sleep on my left.
Always.
Like it was from 24 weeks?
Yeah, after
the bed rest now, to prevent the issues from coming now and then, I had to sleep on one position at 24 weeks. So imagine at 24 weeks, sleeping on your left all the way.
Okay.
And now at this time, when you're going to look for the hospitals, my back is really aching. And when I get there, everyone is telling me, you're coming to give birth.
And you have some weeks.
I still have, there are so many weeks. At 34, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I can get to 40, maybe I can go up to 42. I remember we went to one hospital. I will even mention it, it's Mpisha. Went to an Mpisha hospital and they are looking at, oh, you're coming to give birth.
They were so happy to admit you.
Yeah, they wanted me to admit and tell me, madam, no, you're just looking for a hospital. That was Mpisha. And from then I knew, I guess I look like I'm giving birth. I'm going to pop any minute. I wish they knew I still have time. So going back to now what was happening after now that 4 weeks, now we have located a hospital.
Yeah.
And the mistake we didn't consult our gynae. Now, like we didn't inform him. This is the hospital now we have settled on.
Yeah.
And now I guess we can give the other story. Now, from locating the hospital, now to giving birth.
So, at this time, we were now, okay, not yet prepared for the right day.
Even the bags were not ready.
Yeah, but we were, in our minds, we knew that if anything comes up, at least we have a plan for what we can do.
Yeah. And
so there came this day that we are to meet with our cousins at home. I remember it was on a Sunday.
I wasn't even remembering that, but yeah, they were coming here.
We were to host them here
because I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to keep on traveling, even if it was within Nairobi. I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
So they had to come at our place.
Yeah. And we are having two of our friends.
Yes, they were here.
They were also here. And so we are just here having fun, enjoying the day. Nothing unusual.
It was on a Sunday.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday. And we were so relaxed in that mood that we just want to eat together, we laugh together, we
had a very, very good morning. I could say it was a morning.
Yeah, a morning.
And at around 10:30 I felt, let me just go back to sleep.
Before the others arrive?
Yes, before now everything could be prepared, start cooking and everything, because it meant that my husband and our friends were the ones who were going to cook for our cousins. So I decided at around 10:30 to just go back to sleep, maybe up to around 12:30.
Yeah.
Then I can wait for the visitors. And I went to sleep. And I slept for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And in the middle of my sleep, I was trying to turn, or I was trying to sit down, something of the sort. And then I felt that the bed was wet. I remember the first thing I did is call you.
Yeah.
I did shout, hey, did they pee on my bed, or what is going on? And then I decided to get out of the bed and standing there, something was flowing down, like some liquids.
At this time we are at 36 weeks.
I was 36 weeks, turning 37 on Monday.
Yeah.
I remember very well, it was on 13th.
Yeah.
On 13th of December. I remember our due date was in January 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah? January 5th, and now it's 13th. So there's nowhere It's even irritating that I can even give back.
It was too early to think of.
It was too early. The bags were not even ready because I remember we kept on postponing. We are going to.
We are going to arrange.
You're going to prepare bags today.
Yeah.
You're going to prepare hospital bags today. We didn't. I have to say that maybe at 38 weeks we can prepare our bags. So now getting up bed and then the whatever liquid is still coming out of my body. At this time, remember, as much as I was trying to watch birth vlogs, I never saw that the water was breaking that way. I knew that the water comes out like a kibarul. It's called a gush or a gush or what of water. That's what I knew. So now seeing the liquid flowing, I even tried to like feel like whether I'm peeing or what is going on. So at this moment I call you and then I tell you to call the gyna. I call it the gyna, telling him that your water just broke. So what do we do next? After the water breaks and it's at 36 weeks, you need to get into a hospital. And so he said he was along, was it along a certain area? We need to go to the hospital that was there so that he can have a checkup and then advise us what to do next. Yeah.
And I remember it was that 1 hour too long from home to the hospital.
Yeah.
Not even okay. The drive was not that long
because there was no even jam. It was on a Sunday.
It was on a Sunday and on a Sunday afternoon. But the long wait up to the moment when the gyna came.
Because he was not there.
He was not there. He has promised us that we meet in the hospital. He's not there, and we are not quite sure what is happening.
But he has also called the hospital and told them what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They're supposed to check whether I'm opening, do what and what, the water levels on but he's not there. And the fact that the gyna was not there and we trust him so
they almost messed our thinking. And so we had to cooperate with the hospital before he arrived.
Yeah.
No, they are here telling us that no, you have to be admitted, and we're asking why.
You should be admitted.
Yeah.
I can't feel any pain.
Yeah. So they check. They are not even conclusively telling us the results.
Yeah, they're just saying, wait for your doctor to come.
Yeah. He has said that he's on his way.
Yeah.
He's almost. So we had to wait.
You had to wait, and then I got into the emergency. They checked the opening, definitely whether I was maybe opening, I was going into labor.
Yeah.
And to their shock, nothing like that. Because personally I was okay, just the water that broke.
Yeah.
I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any cramping or anything. Because I felt, I was always taught that when you're going to labor, you start feeling the cramping, what. You know, remember I'm just told I never given birth before. So I didn't have all these things.
Yeah.
And so after checking me against the guy, I said again, take her for an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Now we need to know the levels of the water, the amount of water that is out and what has remained, so that we can know what to do.
Yeah.
And then we went into an ultrasound.
And at that moment when you are having the ultrasound scan, that's when he
arrived. I remember seeing him, I was like, finally you're here. Yeah.
Yeah, and in his own word, he told us that everything is okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
According to the scan, how I'm seeing,
the water levels are still okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
But I didn't understand why these guys kept on insisting I was to be admitted.
Yeah. Especially
because I was not ready one thing. I didn't carry anything to the hospital. I just carried like a small bag with my handkerchief and my tissues. Because I didn't, in my world, I never thought I'm going to be admitted at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the gyna comes and said the water levels are okay. But I remember our gyna saying something. For the water levels being that way, should we wait? Yeah? Till she goes into labor? Or should we just get the baby out?
Yeah.
Because the baby might be infected. Is it infected? I don't want to start saying bad words and it's my child.
Yeah.
The baby might be infected. And I remember the guy who was there doing the ultrasound saying, no, There's no need.
The water levels are
okay. But the gyna was not convinced.
Only that you had some, there was some injection that you had done about not to help the baby grow, the brain and the lungs to develop.
Yes, I remember.
So we had to be admitted.
I remember the gyna saying now at this moment we have to take care of the baby's lungs because they're not fully developed.
Yeah.
So there are some, I don't know, the antibiotics or what.
I guess they were more steroids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was given the steroids. Oh, they are called the steroids. I don't want to say this. I don't know. Yeah. But those things that are given to help the baby's lungs develop fully. So they were given, and that day, and then water. I also saw added some water.
Yeah.
Because they said that the water was still coming out.
Yeah, but now in a small amount.
In smaller amounts.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I was admitted that day.
So we had to. There was no other option of leaving the hospital, so we had to be admitted there for the checkups and everything.
Yeah.
And after now arranging everything and seeing how the situation is, because there was something that the gyna said that depending on how the situation will be, probably by tomorrow, you're going to have the baby.
Yes.
Okay, this he had told me through the phone. On how the situation is, I guess tomorrow by morning you are going to induce her, and then maybe by around 4, she gets into labor and we have the baby.
Yes. The plan was to induce me in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, at around 7 when he came in. Now when he came in, I found that I had not opened. I was just 2 centimeters open. And then the water levels were down.
No, this is Monday
yes,
morning.
He felt something.
Yeah.
The others were saying that I should be induced. But for him, he was insisting, no. The baby is already infected. So you want us to risk the baby's life.
Yeah.
So that she can give birth normally. And at this point for us, we didn't have anything to say, honestly.
Actually, his approach was a bit, I won't say awkward, but a bit questionable. But we didn't question anything from him.
Because we knew he wished us well.
Yeah.
And he had worked with us from the time I was diagnosed with PCOS. Again, if you have not watched episode 1 of Power of Hope, when I was diagnosed with PCOS, this is the gyna that was with us all along.
Yeah.
So he knew us and he understood.
Knew our journey.
He knew our journey, understood us so well. And at this point, he knew the decision he was going to make is what you are going to approve.
Yeah.
So he came in and said, we are taking you to the theater.
Now we are in that moment, that morning, relaxed. You don't have any issue. You're not feeling any pain.
I'm not even in labor.
You're just okay.
But I remember, 5 minutes before we took him to the theater, my labor began. Honestly, I wish I tell people I labored for 5 minutes. Because the moment I was taken, no, let's not go far. The moment he came in, checked whether I was opening, and said that I was 2 centimeters. I was still opening. And then decided we can't wait for an induction up to evening.
Yeah.
Like we have to get this baby out now.
Yeah, now.
Because if we don't, you're going to regret later. So that moment, I remember my back, I had a backache. It had started that morning. So this time it's getting worse, kidogo. And I'm asking, what is going on? It's like, you're going to labor. But no, we can't do it. It's too late.
Yeah.
We can't wait for you to open so that you can give birth. No matter. We have to take you to theater. Now, how did you feel?
Actually, he said, let me consult, then I'm coming back.
Oh, yeah.
We are just here talking with him, and then he says, let me consult, and then I'm
coming back.
On his way back, he comes with 4 nurses.
There were 5.
Prepare her.
There were 5 nurses.
Prepare her for theater.
And he made sure, I have seen him saying, prepare her for theater. Like, you don't have to start arguing.
There's no room for arguments. Or others the reasoning.
Imagine the stories we have been hearing when people maybe go to theater, they don't come out, something might happen, you might be catching the wrong way. And I remember discussing with him before, whatever I go in for a CIS. All these things that happen, I don't know, bandages are left in my body. We had discussed all those things. And he said sometimes they happen, but people should be very careful when they're operating. people. I mean doctors operating patients. So it's like he knew my fears when I'm going to theater. Now, I've been told I'm going to theater. You have to sign the papers.
Even before I signed the papers, now you've been prepared, and then you are on that wheelchair. You're being taken. That's when he came back to me and told me, "No, the situation is like this, and these are the papers. You can read the bit that you cared, because I wasn't even able to read.
You can't even read,
but you have to sign here." So he tried to explain to me how the situation was. Okay, I was almost stopping them, because now they have like ambushed us to the theater, but now it's our guy now. He knows the situation,
and it's about our baby, and it is so that's what was pushing me. Let me just go to that theater because my child is more important at this point. And I remember us holding hands, and even hugging, and then praying when we are together. And I left you to just call our parents and tell them that I'm going to theater. Yes.
And all I asked the guy now was make sure that everybody is okay.
They come out safe.
Just try your best.
Because you insisted, because of corona, the hospital had refused that people should not get into theater. I mean, if you're not the one being operated, if you're not a doctor, like maybe my husband.
So the farthest I went is up to the theater door.
Next. That when they open the theater, you can.
And I was given a seat just outside there to wait. And it was, I guess, my longest 30 minutes ever.
To wait. I remember I was operated. I got into theater at around 9.
9.
And by 9:15, but the process how I got into theater, and I feel injections. Even just called anesthesia or whatever. The injection given so that they can operate you. I didn't allow them to do it. No, in fact, the gainer was the one even telling me stories. See, when you're going to get your baby out, your tummy go back to be smaller. You are, all those things. And they just injected me, and I went to. I didn't sleep. Maybe down one day when I couldn't feel the pain. Then the baby was out in, I guess, 15 minutes.
They didn't take long.
It didn't take long because the baby was getting infected. Now we are going to get there. Yes. And I was operated, and the baby was out. They show you the baby and the pediatrician. You remember we had a pediatrician because we were told that our baby might be infected. So we needed to have a specialist around. And so maybe you tell your story how you felt.
And where I was, I had a guy who came, and his wife was also in the theater, and he was waiting. But let me tell you guys, he told me stories, but none that I comprehended.
Never understood.
I was asking, what is this guy telling me?
He was also trying to even give himself hope. You remember, when someone is in the theater.
And now you can imagine a situation whereby you have this person who is just near you, telling you stories, and you're giving them a one-word answer. Like,
it's okay.
But you are not even sure about what you are answering to. And I remember a nurse came with that small bed, and he told me, "Are you?" No, he called your name.
Esther Wangui. Esther Wangui.
She called your name, and I said, I'm the one. Here is your baby. Come and see. And then the guy stood with me, and I was like, no, I'm the one who has been called.
It's not our baby, it's my baby. He was confused. I remember, when you're in theater, even me when I saw the baby, because normally when they get the baby out, in a situation they brought the baby to my eyes. No, the pediatrician first took the baby, but there's the way they lift the baby up so that you can see the baby who was just removed from your tummy. Before they even give the baby to the pediatrician, the guy lifted the baby up, took a photo, and made sure I saw that baby when he was being lifted, so that he can also send me the photo later and compare the babies. And then the pediatrician took the baby, told me the baby was okay, he was normal, and before he could discover other issues, he was normal. And then wrapped him up and then brought him to my eyes and told me, you are going to look at him till you are okay, then the baby will be taken to the dad. And that's what happened. And I remember seeing the baby and I told God, thank you so much. And I told the baby, I love you so much already. I'm your mommy. Hey, I introduced myself. And then everything was done in the gate and I was out later.
Yeah.
No, first I went into the recovery room.
Now when you're in the recovery room, that's when we went to the nursery with the nurse and the baby.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a lot of questions to the nurse, but she told me, just wait. Where's the mommy? Just wait. You have the baby here. Just let's first go and confirm the baby and settle the baby.
You thought I had gone.
And then we went to the nursery. And I was left there with the boy, and I was told to take your time.
Take your time with the child.
Yeah.
He's yours.
And I was, I felt.
You felt the father. How did you feel the first time? Okay, you're going to talk about that child. Now the baby is out, guys. He has been taken to the nursery, and my husband has seen the baby. I'm in the recovery room, and later I have to come to a room. Thank God we had a private room.
Yeah.
And that's why he was there, because he stayed with me. You never even left the hospital from Sunday.
Yeah, from
after
Sunday.
the day we were released from hospital.
Yeah.
So now, so that we can have a very long story. After the recovery room, we went into now our room. We stayed there and the baby was brought later after he relaxed and everything. I remember I wasn't able to even to breastfeed the baby.
Yeah.
I slept like I was not baby, but I was tired, I remember. I don't know, they have that clip and attach it somewhere. So later now, you see, at this time, the pediatrician had already checked the baby.
Yeah.
The baby was fine and everything. And now the following day came. Yes. The following day came, we woke up very well, trying to breastfeed. This one now the gyna comes and they try to fix your breasts. Like, hey! But I thank God I got milk. I didn't take long. And then the lactating nurse came also to train me how to breastfeed. And we spent that day in the hospital. And again, the pediatrician came, checked the baby, and the baby was okay. And later that day, I remember we realized when he was being changed, when the nurses were cleaning him, bathing him in the hospital, because we usually bathe the baby the first day. So when they were bathing and dressing him, they noticed. We are the ones who noticed.
We are the one who noticed.
He had some boils.
Yeah.
Along the toes. Yeah, all the toes.
Yeah, all the toes.
All the toes. He had some boils, and I don't remember whether the pediatrician said he had seen them or not.
No, he said that they are not that extreme.
They were not a threat.
Yeah,
it was that normal. He was just getting infected, but the infection didn't get into him as much.
Yeah.
So he didn't see the need of taking it seriously. But for us, we felt this was serious. He has just been born.
Yeah.
He has an infection. But for him, he knew maybe they are going to disappear with time as he breastfeeds, and he didn't want to give him medication immediately because he was still young.
Yeah.
But when now we requested him to look into the matter seriously, he gave us medication.
Yeah.
And after 2-3 days.
Yeah, and that was on Wednesday.
Yes.
We were released from the hospital. Yeah.
After being released from the hospital. That was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
We stayed on Thursday. That night was okay. We came in well.
Yeah.
I remember coming and then the baby cries along the road, along State House Road. And then tunasimama kwa jam katikati, tunaambia askari, we need to shift because how I was seated so that I can, at least, I went through CS. I needed to feel, I didn't have to fold, I wasn't comfortable at the back seat. So I needed to sit next to my husband because he's the one who was driving. And my mom-in-law was the one sitting at the back with the baby. Because kwa jam, ambia askari hapana. We need to check. And thank God, because honestly, some things just happened. He didn't even ask us.
Yeah, he didn't even question.
We interchanged and we sat there. And the baby was breastfeeding well. We came home. The evening was okay.
Yeah.
But as usual, you couldn't sleep at night because the baby does sleep at night. And on Thursday,
now.
Again, we had a good day.
Yeah.
The baby was breastfeeding. We had a good night. Come on Friday. He left for work this time. And I was left with a friend and my mom-in-law who was here. But during the day, my mom-in-law thought of going to say hi to some cousin of yours living next to us and left us with our friend. So I decided at some point, let me take a bath. The baby is sleeping in bed. Then after bath, I come sit with my friend here, chat a bit as I was taking some uji or tea, I don't know. Then I go back to sleep. And guys, I guess it was after 20 minutes or so. I usually say it was less than 30 minutes. After checking on the baby, sat down, and then I just felt something telling me, just go check on the baby again. So going to check on the baby, just touching his forehead, he was cold. I was like, what is going on? I took the thermometer, took his temperature. I said, let me tell you, to my shock, the baby was getting cold.
His temperatures were getting
low. At that time it was at 34.3. And never forget that day. And I remember my tears started flowing down. And at that point, to myself, as I was even walking out to tell the rest who are here, that I don't know what is going on, my baby is getting cold. And immediately I took the phone and called you. And thanks to God, you're just parking outside here. Yeah. And then I told you, just come take the baby, you need to go to the hospital immediately. I didn't even call anyone else because I felt the baby was not okay. He was getting cold. I tried to wake him up to breastfeed him. He was not waking up. So Jacob comes in and we take the baby because alikuwa shaoga. Yeah. So he was clean, he was dressed and just sleeping. So we tried to wake him up, he did wake up. So we took the baby to the hospital. The first hospital. Guys, before you take newborns to any hospital, be very careful. Yeah. And that's where we end part 2.
Oh, part 2.
After leaving the hospital on Wednesday.
Staying at home on Thursday. And now things now start getting worse.
Again.
On Friday.
Getting to a hospital, we are disappointed. It's late in the evening. It's around 7.
Yeah, it was around 7.
Have you ever felt like asking God so many questions?
Yeah.
Now why me? Why us?
Why now?
Why did you allow us to come up to this point? But remember, God is still God.
Yeah.
He knows everything that is going on in your life.
In all that long and short journey.
Yeah.
Because you can call it long due to the things that happened, but short because God made everything look perfect.
Yeah.
In our eyes, it was so imperfect, but in His eyes, it was just the perfect thing that happened. So we came to acknowledge God in our lives, and we came to now decide that in every step that we are going to make, regardless of how sinful we are,
yeah,
we just give thanks.
We just give thanks to God.
Yeah.
And we always remember that He's the owner of tomorrow.
Yeah, He knows tomorrow.
He knew our yesterday, today, and even our future.
Yeah.
So with God, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
And if you desire something in Him, pray to Him. He'll surely give it to you at His own best time.
Yeah.
In His own best ways. Even when others say you don't deserve it.
His answer is always the best.
Yes.
And His timing, it never disappoints.
Our baby is our miracle. And I hope when you're doing part 3 on off saying how he survived the whole thing, I hope he's going to be with us.
Yeah.
And so that those who have never seen him well, you can see him. We'll try and record part 3.
Yeah, when he's
I almost got emotional. Yes, when I think about everything that has happened, how that day I saw him and took him to the hospital, from one hospital to the other.
A story for another day.
Yes, now we go to part 3. Yeah. And guys, we hope you are going to not get inspired, you are going to believe in God more.
Yeah.
After watching this, and even you can, if you see someone going through something, tell them it's possible.
Yeah.
Tell them, as we passed through all this, but today it's a testimony.
It is a testimony.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, what do you have to say?
Till our next video.
Bye.
Bye.